The Democrats took another L today, and they have to take accountability for what you're about to hear in this video. Keep in mind, Trump has only been in office for less than a month.
All right, y'all. Listen, let me be one of the first black women that was a part of the 92 or the 93% that voted for Kamala to come out and just say it. I regret voting for Kamala. I really do. I regret voting for her. Already into Trump's presidency, not even a full month, and this man has already secured borders. He's already signing bills that are taking place that are uplifting this country. Me not doing my history and really, being investigative and seeing all the things that Trump has done, and now having an eye opener and really looking at this man and seeing exactly how this man works has really put something on my heart. And I don't know what I was thinking going in there voting for Kamala in the first place. I'm glad of the results. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that Trump is in there, but me being so lost and participating into the whole Kamala run and now taking a step back, looking at how this president here is really running things, and it hasn't even been a whole month, is something that I do think about. So, I advise people that are in the Democratic Party, myself, to do your research. Really do your research, okay? Because I can definitely say that as a black woman, a part of the 93%, I made an error. I can admit that. I can take accountability and admit that.
And yet I see a lot of leftist lunatics posting videos like, do you regret your vote? Do you regret your vote now? No, I don't. In fact, I'm getting more than what I bargained for. At least it's all happening so fast. You heard her say she's having this awakening in less than a month of Trump taking that office back. You know why? Because the previous administration had more than enough opportunities to take care of these things, but they didn't. They didn't. The border czar, Kamala Harris, couldn't accomplish what Donald Trump and Tom Homan has been accomplishing in the last what has it been? 2 weeks? 2.5? Almost, yeah. She hasn't been able to accomplish any of it. And that speaks volumes. On top of that, we will be watching Kamala Harris unedited version of her 60 Minutes interview, which Amuse added propaganda. 60 Minutes allows Kamala Harris to lie while cameras are rolling. When they're off, they confront her, asking her for the truth.
Madam Vice President.
Let me get this volume up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Good to be with you.
Oh, can we just get just a little bit of a question, please, so I can get it over the shoulder shot?
Yeah.
1 second. Just a second. Okay, thank you.
You need me talking?
Yes, sir.
Well, we were talking about how you're going to pay for it. And I mean, I truly do mean it. Your plans are logical, make logical sense.
Really?
The way Washington works is not logical. So how are you going to convince a divided Congress that what you say, your plans, are something that they should all agree to and provide to the American people when they've shown no inclination to do that up to this point?
Is that what you needed?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. 30 seconds of silence, please, for room time.
Wow. Is that what you needed? What, she getting an answer or something?
Cameras are off.
How will you?
It's going to be taxes. It's going to be literally, if the economists, they're from
Economists.
the spectrum.
But I hear what you're saying
Yeah.
about the economists. This is true.
Yeah.
But Congress is not the economists.
I know, but
Wow. Wow. America, we really dodged the bullet. Y'all, the fact that they would allow this, first of all, speaks to the level of propaganda that the left-wing media or legacy media, mainstream media, it speaks to the lengths that they're willing to go to try to maintain power, which terrifies me. It's like you was willing to put that and make her as the leader of America. Kamala Harris won World Hall of Fun at it. Kamala Harris struggles to speak in a way that makes sense, but mocking her intelligence misses the bigger issue. The real problem is how the media manipulates everything. They prop up weak leaders, edit reality, and shape public perception to fit their agenda. If CBS said to clean up her words, that tells you everything about the state of leadership. The real bullet we keep dodging is accountability, but one day we will not. I like that right there. I like that, right, what she wrote there at the end. Amen to that for sure. Somebody else had it. Now, Kamala Harris decided to actually do something in California about the fires.
As we think about the future, we must, as a society, as a country, invest in adaptation and resilience. And we have to understand these extreme weather occurrences are extreme, but they are increasingly less rare. As we think about
Increasingly less rare. I mean, I understand what that means. It means that it's happening more often. But I like what American AF added. What the is Kamala Harris talking about now? Honestly. Now, right here, Benny Johnson yesterday posted the DNC fundraiser. Yeah, I remember Lindy Lee. We had her, well, we react to her on the channel, but she's revealing that she's been legally threatened by a Democrat lawyer for exposing the truth about Kamala Harris' campaign fraud. Wow.
I mean, everyone was very interested in hearing your story, and every single time it seems like you sort of shatter a false narrative that is out there about the 2024 election and what actually happened. And since you were in the building, and since you were there, you have obviously great authority to speak on these things. I'm very sorry to hear that you've been losing sleep. Maybe we can start with that. Can you explain the circumstances that are causing you to lose sleep right now, Lindy?
Benny, I'm not actually sure if the producer sent along the text that I shared with her, but last night I was actually going to go for a run to clear my mind, but then I got a text. It's actually so complex. It's the same lawyer that I once fought against who tried to kick me off the ballot exactly 10 years ago when I was running for Congress. This is the same lawyer who wanted to essentially destroy my dream of running for Congress. He succeeded 10 years ago. And then 10 years later, he sends me a text saying that he's going to send a cease and desist if I don't shut up, basically. And I don't want to identify him and possibly get myself in hotter water than I already am. But it's just caused me significant anxiety. It's like, what did someone say? Courage
This is not okay.
isn't not having fear, it's having the fear and doing it anyway. So I'm just trying to go, the only way out of this is through, right? So I'm just trying to steamroll my way through the angst. Not angst, just the fear.
So what you've just told us here is bombshell. So there
I'm sorry if it's
there's
nonsensical.
power. There are individuals within the apparatus attempting to protect the Democrat Party that are now legally threatening you for speaking truth?
And I called him immediately because we know each other, and I asked him like what part of what I said was untrue. So we broke it down into pieces, and every single thing I said was true. He just didn't want it mashed together and presented to an audience in a digestible fashion, you know?
Which goes to our initial sort of curiosity as to why they want to cling on to power so bad and how they're willing to manipulate and edit so much in order to further their agenda. This is some really scary stuff. You can't even speak the truth anymore without being threatened. I mean, that's not like brand new, but the Darkest Expanse says Democrats harass and threaten. If that doesn't work, they'll eventually try assassination. It's their playbook, and we've seen it. Shoestring Lab says Democrats can't survive honest people breaking from them and exposing their empire of fraud. The old guard across the political spectrum needs to go away. Americans want change. We want good government, transparency, and accountability across the political spectrum. That's, at the very least, bare minimum. That's all we've been asking from the previous administration. And the fact that we now are receiving that with this administration, it's almost like I feel like I got slapped, and I'm still getting slapped in the face for the last 4 years for that. Because it proves that they could have did something, but they did nothing. And on top of that, was willing to lie and manipulate the minds and the hearts of the American people in order to try to cling on to power. I'm glad Donald Trump made it back. They got this rhinos. I don't know what they talking about. Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't play that, but yeah, you had the rhinos. Some more Kamala, right? I guess this is positive. They say Kamala out here giving food to the people in need due to the California wildfires. Kamala continues to support the American people in a way Trump could never. Trump was already there.
You just walk around with this. Thank you.
See what I'm saying?
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Taylor! Order up! I am here to work.
I do appreciate you giving anything, anytime to Altitude, because they do really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I like to interact with Park Hill for a second time. Yeah. No. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
But you know what? A highlight of my day is being here. No question.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
We got something in common, right? Of course. Come on. Come on.
I guess they do.
Thank you.
Former Vice President Kamala Harris thanks first responders and surveys fire damage in Pacific Palisades for the first time. Harris also visiting the Westwood Recreation Center
For the first time.
a temporary home for fire evacuees.
So many people show up. Yeah. And they show up for the right reasons, in the right way, and they endure. You don't ever make it. That's what I hope. That's what I do. You are. You are.
Trump about this. A Harris advisor tells me Trump and Harris have spoken multiple times behind the scenes about California wildfires, with the former vice president stressing the need to fully fund disaster relief efforts without conditions.
Without conditions, huh? That's the only way they will want it without conditions. The only way they can have it without conditions. Now, I am a man with integrity and dignity. So at the very least, I will say any aid to the wildfire victims, I'm all for 100%. I don't care who it comes from, Kamala, Biden, as long as the people are getting help in whatever ways that they need at the moment and long term, that's all I care about. That's it. You know, we can say it's a photo op, we can do all this other stuff. Yeah. I'd rather just critique the fact that she's just now deciding to go there. Didn't they say she was like running for governor or something like that in California? I can't remember. Or she's going to attempt to. And Democratic Wins Media added, America messed up so badly, implying that voting for Donald Trump is somehow a regret of ours. Man, we dodged the bullet. I'm trying to tell y'all, we dodged the